Welcome to the Real and Real Estate Podcast, your go-to show for real estate success. Whether you're an agent aiming to crush it or a buyer or seller wanting the inside scoop, we're here to deliver expert advice, insider tips, and the real talk you need. Each episode, we chat with top industry pros to give you the facts, strategies, and inspiration you need to thrive in this business. Let's dive in and make big moves together. Hi, welcome back to the Real and Real Estate. And once again, I'm here with Amanda Coolidge, and I'm very happy to have her here. She is a woman-owned business. She does work with her family, and the business is named after her kids. I'll let her tell you all the details. But we're going to talk about remodeling and renovation and the trends. So welcome back, Amanda.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Wonderful. Well, I know you were on here before, but just for people that haven't listened in a while, tell them a little bit about yourself and your business. I know the company is named after your kids, which I love.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I've been in construction myself since 2002, mostly operating large construction businesses. My husband is my business partner with Broderick Dean. In 2018, we decided to create Broderick Dean Construction. This company was created, named after my two sons, Tristan Dean and Julian Broderick. So we've got Broderick Dean. We are both been in construction for a very long time. The difference we wanted to make with construction when we created this company was to bring design to your build and to make it an all-inclusive experience for our clients, to elevate the experience by bringing a level of customer service to our clients that hopefully was setting the bar a little higher than what most clients experience when they do a home project, or even some of our commercial projects when they experience a commercial build out. They're so used to just grunt work. We bring a level of boutique to that experience.
Yes, and your work is beautiful. I've seen some of it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, I wanted to talk today, since it's the beginning of a new year, 2025. What do you see as far as, or what do you recommend to clients that are wanting to, they finally got around to, we're going to upgrade the bathroom or the kitchen or the bed, whatever. First of all, I think kitchens and bathrooms are where you get the most money bang for your buck, but any renovation is certainly helpful in the price of your home or the value of your home. But what do you see going on this year? What do you recommend? And uh, any anything that people have been doing that you think is probably not a good way to go forward, and what you would suggest? And that's a lot of questions, but let's just talk.
So we've had an uptick in attic conversions from 2024 moving now into 2025. We've already got two on the books for this year. Last year, we definitely had a handful plus of attic conversions where we are incorporating bedroom spaces, office spaces, flex spaces, and even third and fourth bathrooms into those spaces.
I had a client that did that. They made a third full bathroom out of the attic space. So that's
Yes.
just adding square footage and adding value to your home.
Agreed. So anytime you're adding square footage, whether it's converting we've also just converted, we finalized a project where we took a detached garage, added square footage to that, and converted it into a casita. So now it is an
Oh, wow.
854 square foot casita, which has a full kitchen, full living room, two bedrooms, full bath, laundry room, and pantry, and
Wow.
854 square feet. Yes.
That's amazing. That's fabulous.
Yes, yes. So I would say, I know those are big ticket items. I know those are items that most people plan for, are taking out financing for, but those I would say instant off the bat equity that you're going to get and be able to utilize with your family. The second item, back to your comment about kitchen and bathrooms, would be the kitchen and primary bath for sure.
Well, I know it. Let me go back to the attic because I think that's fabulous. And I actually did that on one of my houses. It also depends on the attic space to begin with. Ours happened to be already wired in case we ever wanted to build it out. So that was much less expensive. But still, I think it would be, for the value you're adding, I don't think it's really a big expense.
You're absolutely right. I'll give an example. We did last year. We did a 1,000 square foot, right under 1,000 square foot attic conversion in Creekside. Properties over there were selling right under 300 a square foot, so 297 or so a square foot in this particular section of Creekside. Adding 900 and I think it was 97. We went a little off plan and found some more space. So we were able to steal a little more space and make it a little more grandiose. But we added a hidden bookcase for grandkids to hide and make a little playroom in a
I love
hidden
it.
area behind the bookcase. We added an office and this large flex space for the family to enjoy. And yes, the project, particular project with updated hot water system. So it went from a tanked system to a tankless. We had to move that out of the way. Went ahead and
Sure.
updated that. Converted a 3-ton unit for the upstairs into a 5-ton dual speed unit. So gave a nice variable speed unit for efficiency, quiet for that space, and then did some faux beams, really beautiful work for about $240,000. But if you do the math at what we've added, they are a little still in the green or in the black from what they spent, even with all of the items they're going to be enjoying.
Right. And now they have that living space that they can enjoy and can
Yes.
stretch out, so to speak.
Yes. And they were in the situation, like you mentioned, that was a space left over from the builder that could have been a potential space that could be the builder gave the option to build that out into a game room. The clients opted not to do that at the time. So when we came in, there were rafters and some framing that needed to be moved and adjusted, but structurally, there weren't any major structural components except building up the floor that we had to worry about to meet the same floor level as the second floor.
Oh,
So,
sure.
always a great option. We've got another project right now this year, same situation in Wood Trace, where we are doing a two spaces. We've taken two areas of the attic and built out two additional bedrooms with closets. And so
Wow.
yeah, great opportunity to get that instant equity and to set your home on the market with other homes that are having 5, 6 bedrooms, extra bathrooms and such, and compete with those homes when you go to list.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're in a neighborhood that people want to be in and you have that extra bedroom, that just really moves your house up the list as far as desirability, I think.
Absolutely. And now with everyone working from home, even utilizing that space for a home office, if you don't have one in your
Right.
home, is a big thing that people are looking for, as you know. And outside of a project, so dollar for dollar with recouping the value, it's a bigger spend, but it's definitely got the equity
Bigger
involved in
value.
it. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Well, then let's go back to kitchens and bathrooms. I know for a while it was the built-in tub, and then it was the jutted tub, and then it was just a large shower, and then it was a freestanding tub. What do you see going forward if people are thinking about renovating or remodeling? Obviously, they should call you, but while they're thinking about it, what should they be considering?
Absolutely. So we have been taking bathrooms still out of these bathtubs out of these bathrooms from these builders. So a lot of these newer homes, the bathrooms have a 3 foot by 3 foot shower, and then you've got maybe a 5.5 to 6 foot garden tub that's built in. A 3 by 3 shower is just not ideal in any
No,
situation. So
no.
when we run into a bathroom that is built in that to that capacity, we absolutely are recommending to flip-flop the two. We'll take the tub out, give them a nice 4 by 5 shower, and then do maybe a smaller tub like a 5 foot tub, 60 inches to 50 or 54 to 60 inch tub. So you're doing a smaller soaker, standalone soaker tub with a nice size 5 by 4 shower. So we're flipping those areas around a lot. I just installed my first Japanese soaker tub, which was a lot of
Oh,
fun. Those are made for even a smaller space. So they're 48-inch standalone
wow.
tubs. They come with a built-in seat. and they're deeper, so they're a little for an older client, a little harder to get into, but for a younger client, they're really neat. And we just used one in a Creekside master bathroom remodel where the client wanted a wet space and wanted the shower and tub together. For those that don't know what a wet
Right.
space is, that's when you have that in the same space. And to make that work, we compromised with a smaller tub and went with the Japanese soaker, and she is loving it.
That sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, while we're talking about tubs, do you find that most people are still wanting a tub in their bathroom, or are they leaning more toward a shower, or everybody still wants both?
I've seen both. I've seen it go both ways. So some people are still in the mindset that they think for resale, they need to have a tub in the master. We do a lot of education with our on-site design build consultations where I will let them know, listen, as long as you have a tub in the house, that's kind of the going standard for resale. Having a tub in the master is not something that we find is a priority anymore. We are removing them right and left. For our older clients who are looking for functionality and our aging in place specialization that we bring to the
Right.
table there, we're all about making that shower as functional and as accessible as possible. So what we have done in that situation is get rid of the tub completely, make a linen closet out of where the 3x3 shower was, cap all of the water components, and then
Mhm.
utilize that tub space for a nice big accessible shower.
Absolutely.
So it really depends on the age of the client. Me personally, speaking from a personal standpoint, I am a tubber. I had a client use that term once for me, and I said, you
I
know
love it.
what? I am that person too. So I am a tubber. I have to have a tub in the bathroom. I love a nice soak. So I just wouldn't compromise and lose that by any means. So we have those clients, and then we have clients that are like, well, listen, I've never touched this tub. I never want to touch this tub. What can we do?
Get rid of it. Yeah. Give me a
Yeah.
shower.
So it really boils down to a personal preference at the end of the day. But I mean, could it be if you have a person like me coming in to look at your home to buy it and there's no tub, could it divert me to the house down the street that may have one? Yes. But is that really at the end of the day, if everything else is working, is that going to be the one component that keeps the house from selling? Probably not. Probably
No,
not.
and you've got to love it while you live there. So if a big
Yes.
shower is what you want, then have a big shower. And if a big tub's what you want, make it work for you because
Yeah.
we don't know how long we're going to be in a house. Well, maybe some people know they're just here for a year or two, but most people, you move in, you go, okay, I'm here for a while.
Yes,
Enjoy.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so we completely leave it up to the client's taste. We'll if they're on the fence and they're like, "Well, I feel like I have to have one." No, you don't. But if you want one, we can definitely work that
And do
in
it
some
for
way,
you.
shape, or form. Yeah.
Let's talk about kitchens for a moment. What do you see trend wise for that? I know we've gone from, the kind of country kitchen to the shiplap everywhere to ultra modern. Do you see any trends going forward, or what do you have advice wise for us on that?
Absolutely. Personally, my experience is transitional design is the way to go when it comes to the bathroom. You've got your traditional with a modern touch to it. I am implementing modern items like squared countertop corners. No one's really doing the bullnose anymore. That's been out for a long time now. Every now and again, I'll have a client who wants to do a miter decorative edge, but it's still very rare. Most people just want a nice, clean, modern squared off edge. So we're doing small modern touches to the kitchen, but keeping with mostly a traditional feel. I would say the only time I defer from a transitional taste would be if the home has a Mediterranean design or we're working with a home because you really want to stay in line with the home
Home,
itself.
right? Keep the
Uh,
design
we
flow.
right, we've got a property right now. It's a log cabin. in Plantersville that we're redoing. And the wife is living her nightmare with this house, and the husband is living his best dream. He is just in heaven, and she is like, "What can I do to bring the city to Plantersville in this house and this log cabin with this metal green roof?" And so we tore down an interior wall of the kitchen that really just made this kitchen look like a laundry room slash closet space,
Oh,
and
no.
really opened it up with a grandiose 10-foot island, 10 by 5-foot island in the middle. And it is really transitioned the log cabin, very kind of everything was wood inside, to really opening it up, giving it some life and brightening it up. So again, I always try to stay in touch with the home. Our on-site visits help me get a feel for the client's design and taste and decor. I'm never gonna just completely venture from that. Anytime I'm giving advice or suggestions, we have not, I would say, not one time in the last 4 years have we put in a bar height island of any
Countertop?
sort.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I would say every kitchen we walk into that has one of those counter slash edged bar height islands, the first thing, and I know it's coming, is I need to knock this down.
Right.
So everything, all of our islands that we have been doing are counter height, which really opens up the space, helps creates from just an entertaining to a daily use. It's
Absolutely. I happen to be someone that enjoys cooking and entertaining. So that gives you so much more space by making it all one level.
Yes. So something like that. Backsplash has been really interesting, kind of all over the board. I feel like in the last few years, I would say 24 into 25 and maybe even later 23, I think people are getting more comfortable with seeing all of the colors and all of the
Yes.
trends with backsplash, that they're finally getting comfortable and doing some of that stuff. Because for the
Mhm.
longest, we had clients that were like, I don't want to do trendy. I just want to keep it all classic, and, worried, so worried, because there for a while, if you were too trendy, you had to redo the whole house to sell
Right,
it.
right, right.
I think people are more forgiving now because of it just being everywhere in commercial spaces and residential spaces.
Mhm.
So I've got to have more fun from a designer standpoint. Anytime I get to implement any different technique or trends, I get so excited. So I trend wise, we just installed our first wooden bathtub in High Meadow Ranch in a master
Oh my
bathroom
gosh.
remodel. Oh, I'm so
Oh
excited. It
wow.
looks beautiful.
I
So
bet.
yes, so I got really lucky, and I have a young client, probably my youngest client to date, and he let me really have fun with the design. And so we got to implement some really fun stuff. But every now and again with
Exciting.
a kitchen, I'll get to implement a 57-inch workstation sink, which most people are
Oh.
like, why do I need a horse trough in my kitchen? And I'm like, listen, once you have it, it'll be the best thing you've ever had in your
You'll never
life.
go back.
You'll never go back. Um,
I
so
can
we
tell you, I have a pet peeve about backsplash, and I don't think many people do it anymore, but they would just take the floor tile and put it on the backsplash.
Oh,
Drives me
yeah, that's
crazy.
the
I hate
builders.
that.
The
Yeah,
builders
I
are
hate that.
notorious for that. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still see that, unfortunately, especially in some of the areas of like Creekside or in some of the areas of Woodtrace, depending on which builder it is, where they're just using.
I hate
And
it.
most clients, if we're brought in for a kitchen, they know. They're like,
Yeah.
listen, they've just been itching for the day to get someone in
To
to
get
help
rid of
them fix
that.
that. Yes. Yeah, because they'll take the floor that's like 18 by 18 square and put it in a diamond pattern, like they're doing something
Yes.
decorative. It's
Yeah,
like,
like we won't notice it, right?
yeah. And,
Yeah.
and I see the same thing in bathrooms. They use it on the bathroom showers on the walls, and I get it.
Well,
I mean, they're there to save money.
if you
Um,
love it, great. It's just not anything I care
I
to
have yet
have.
to see anyone that loves it.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Well, listen, before we run out of time, I want to ask you another question. I have heard that LVP, luxury vinyl plank, is kind of going out of favor or not as popular as it used to be. Do you find that?
I have not.
Okay,
LVP has completely taken over the market for any. I mean, you've got your people that want engineered wood, right? And that's
right.
just they're going to stay with engineered wood. Nothing's ever going to come in between that. And then you've got your tile, but the filler in between is all LVP.
Okay.
And
So you
and
find it's still on trend and still
oh,
a very
absolutely.
viable option.
Yes, and to the point where they're just perfecting it. They're perfecting it more and more. The more that it's, the longer it's out, and the more that it's being used, people are. So one of the products we use has it's called an SBC LVP, and it's a stone based. So just being not, yeah. So the LVP products, because now it's come out and it's been so popular, you've got various forms of the product. So there are plastic versions, there are stone-based versions. There's all kinds of different styles, designs. We've installed the herringbone style of LVP in master bathrooms. We install, we just did a project at the High Meadow project. The whole home remodel has LVP throughout. So we have not seen any
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
downside or downtick. Yeah, I haven't seen either anything come in the market, come into the market that's ready to replace it. So
Okay.
nothing's been presented. Now, I will say our big show that we go to is coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll be going to Vegas for the International Builders Show, the Kitchen and Bath International Show. And this is the show where all manufacturers, from appliances to paint to door handles to flooring, everyone comes out and shows you this is our new product. This is what we're either working to pull out in 2025 or 2026. And you also get to see some of the products that are still working on trademark. So you know what's coming down the line from there as well. So I'll
Oh,
be on
that
the
sounds
lookout to
fabulous.
see. Yeah, I'll look
Oh,
to see
that
if
sounds
anything's
fun.
coming out. Oh, it is like I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, yeah, I would. Well, if your husband decides not to go with you, give me a call.
Oh,
I
yes,
would love
ma'am.
that.
I'm gonna hold you up on that one.
Plus,
Absolutely.
we have to have you back to tell us about all the new stuff you learned.
I would love to do that. I'll get some video content and some pictures too. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Other than giving you a call, what do you suggest people look for if they're thinking about remodeling or renovating or anything this year? What should they
As far
consider?
as far as
I mean, the best place to put, if they're
oh, their
thinking about
dollars.
upgrading their home, where's the best place to put their dollar this year, do you think?
I would say, I mean, I think it depends on the age of the home and really what you're wanting to
What
accomplish.
your
If
goal is? Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to put your home on the market, you have limited funds and you really want to make those funds stretch as far as they can, my opinion would be curb appeal. Replace the front door, refinish the front door, slap some new paint on the front of your house because the front of your house and curb appeal is the first thing that people see. I'm
absolutely.
not one to tell clients to replace flooring or to paint the interior of the house when they're going to list their house because that's a personal thing that you may spend all this money doing that and the person's like, oh my gosh, I would never buy this house because they put all tile throughout the whole house. So I say give an
I will
allowance.
make one exception to that. I have gone into what my daughter describes as skittle houses, where every room is a different bright color.
Oh,
I think they should paint.
yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I've just advised to clients that they can give an allowance. I mean, an allowance is always an option to give
True.
in painting and flooring. But in my opinion, the curb appeal would be the first place, especially if you're limited. When it
Right.
comes to kitchen and bathroom remodeling, if you're looking to do a remodel this year and you're trying to figure out which one should I take on or I want to do both, how should I structure this? Just know, think about the disruption of the project too. With a kitchen remodel, you're not using a kitchen for about 2 months, 2.5 months,
Mhm.
depending on the size of the project. If you're doing just a small backsplash countertop, maybe 2 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks max. But you really need to think about, okay, am I ready to take on doing a kitchen where my family's going to be eating out? It's going to be in the centralized location of the middle of the home most of the time. Or do I want to go ahead and just bite off a master bathroom remodel where I can move to another bedroom, bathroom in the house, and that's being done? So those are some things to think about. We've had some clients where they want to take on both, and sometimes they'll suggest that they want to take on both at the same time while living in the home, and that's a lot to take on.
That's a lot.
So,
yeah.
yeah,
A lot of
especially
stress.
with young kids. Especially with young kids, yes. So I would say, look at your budget, and I do tell clients this all the time. When we meet with a client, the toughest thing to talk to a client about is budget. I think people are afraid to, show their cards. If I tell the contractor this is my budget, they're going to max it out.
That's what it'll cost. Yeah.
Yes. My advice is you should be meeting with a contractor that you're ready to partner with. When I sign contracts with my clients, I explain we're now in a relationship together. And so at no point do I want the person that I'm in this relationship with to feel that they have to keep anything from me. So I try to explain to clients the more they can work with me on the front end by letting me know these are my parameters. I'm only going to want the job, so I'm going to stay within those. Because anything can be done with any amount of money. It just depends on what can we do. I have a client now who wanted to do a kitchen and bathroom, and both projects together with me putting the design together, because of course I had fun with the design. I put some nice concepts together. We're at like $90,000. And, a kitchen remodel will go anywhere from 30 to 60 and up, depending on, and a master bathroom remodel can be anywhere from a minimal of 20 all the way up to 50. So we're at 90 for both. And, she's wanting to have a budget conversation. And I said, if you can tell me, and I know you may not feel comfortable, but if you can tell me what you are comfortable with spending or what your budget is, I can let you know the best way that we can use that to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. Right. But I can't just sit here and start removing or manipulating things, not knowing where I need to be, to get there.
And what's most important to them. So yeah, it's got to be a communication, two-way communication.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're meeting with contractors and you're just trying to get maybe the lowest bid, or, you're looking at this as other than working with someone, I don't know that you're going to accomplish your goal at the end of the day.
Yeah. Amanda, I hate to cut you up, but we are about out of time. Tell everyone how to reach you, because people, you really need to call and have her come talk to you. No obligation to talk.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. You can call our office. We have an office here in Tomball. You can reach us here at the office number is 844-968-8854. Or you can visit our website at broderickdean.com, where you can make your own appointment. We have a calendar there. You can pick a time and date where Dan and I will come out and talk to you and give you a consultation and answer any and all questions you have, gather measurements, and talk to you about your project.
And she does work outside of Tomball, so don't be afraid to give her a call, people.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, I want to have you back on here after you go to that show. It sounds fabulous.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love that.
All right. Thank you, Amanda.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Real and Real Estate Podcast. I hope today's insights have inspired and empowered you. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share the podcast with anyone who might benefit. Have questions or a topic you'd like us to explore? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired, and keep moving towards success.